think we are live. Just checking in. Yep, so we are live. I see a couple of people joining in. Hi, Jinshrad. Hi, Vishisht. Hi. So we will wait 1 or 2 minutes for everyone to join, and then we will start with the session. So if this is your first day out here, so this is our day 3 of the bootcamp, which is powered by UNSNARL, and here we are building a project by coding it live. Okay, so um, uh, let me just introduce myself real quick for those of you who are new here. So my name is Kamal. I'm a full stack developer and a Web3 dev who is into building these decentralized applications. Uh, Yeah, pretty much it. I have built on Ethereum. I have built on Polygon chain. Currently, I am building on Binance chain. So, yeah, pretty much in that. Uh, I am active on LinkedIn. This is my profile. So, yep. If you are looking to connect with me, you can connect over these platforms. This is my LinkedIn profile. I am pretty active on Twitter also, more active on Twitter. So you can, all the links are given in the description about me and Unsnarl, cool guys. So you can just follow us or connect with us simply by going to the description. Uh, yes, what else? My Twitter DMs are open uh, day and night, so you can ask your doubt if you have any over there. Yep, let's see uh, who has joined us. Hmm. Okay, so Shetty has joined us. Okay, so let me tell you real quick of what we have done and what we are going to do. So till now we have completed the Solidity contract. We have started with the HARDHAT project. We have deployed our HARDHAT project. Uh, from scratch. We have yep, pretty much it. We have created our HARDHAT project, completed our smart contract. Uh, Today we will be deploying our contract on some real blockchain, such as we will be deploying it on Gorilla testnet. So to test our smart contract, okay. Uh, Till now we had deployed it only in the Remix ID, uh, which is not cool. Like you want your dApp to test it on a testnet, right? So yep. What we will be doing today is we will be creating the front end, and we will be looking how to connect our front end with the smart contract. Okay, so yes, Ritik, all the links are in the description of the video. Uh, all the LinkedIn, Twitter. Yep. Uh, yes. So let's see where we left yesterday. Okay. So I would be occasionally, frequently seeing the chat. So if you have any doubt, you can put them in the chat. Now let's see where we had left it yesterday. So I should close all this. Okay. So give me a second. I would click close all these VS Code stuffs so that we are clear with what to do. So this was our deploy script that we had created yesterday. This script will be used to deploy our contract in HARDHAT. Okay. So let us, if you will click on your hardhat.config.js, you will have also for those of you who don't know, this is VS Code. You can use VS Code for this project. It is super simple to use VS Code, and VS Code is super helpful with respect to the code snippets that you get, uh, and uh, and those extensions that make your life much easier. So with all those intros and stuffs, uh, if you will click on your hardhat.config.js in your project, you will have something like this, which is the default. We will change it. Why do we want to change it? Because number one, we want to deploy our contract. Okay, so this script, okay, this I missed this. The script is used to deploy and run your smart contract on this local blockchain, which is the HARDHAT blockchain. Okay, so we will essentially write some code that will use to deploy the uh, smart contract on a test network. Okay, so let us do it. Okay. Uh, so it's pretty simple. You have to write network, networks. Then okay, so I think I had got a snippet. I like it. So networks. Then you want to specify which network do you want to deploy. So as I told you, we will be deploying it to Gorilla testnet. So Gorilla spelling is Goerli. I think I'm correct. Gorilla. Then you need two things, sir. One, number one is you need a node provider. So now actually we are deepening into blockchain world. So what is a node provider? Node provider is actually in a blockchain, the blockchain runs by nodes, right? Your computer is a node on which the blockchain is running. So like your computer is node, another computer, and another computer, so all the computers are connected over this blockchain, and all are considered as nodes. Okay, so you need a node provider here. Okay, so there are two popular node providers. One is Alchemy. The second one is QuickNode. We will prefer QuickNode here. So let me tell you how to do. So you go over here. Okay, QuickNode. 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 Yep, QuickNode.com. Actually, it's QuickNode.com. Yep, this one. Okay, you go there. You sign up. You will get a. Uh, Okay, so as soon as you will go to your dashboard, I won't click it because it will show my API endpoint. But okay, I could show actually. Doesn't really matter. So you will have API endpoints here. So yep. So your endpoints, when you will click, it will give you endpoint and it will give you HTTP provider. You have to copy it. Okay, you have to copy it, and you will be using it in this project. So that that QuickNode API. Okay, it's called QuickNode API provider. Okay. This is a QuickNode API provider or to the charge. QuickNode API URL or provider, whatever it's your wish, but it's a API endpoint that QuickNode gives you so that you can run it. Accounts. Okay, so accounts in accounts, so actually you need two things basically to deploy your contract on a testnet. First is node provider, the second is the account, your private key. So you will have your private key in MetaMask. So wait a minute. Let me just I have a lot of tabs open. So pretty much it. Okay, so this should be it. So what was the thing? Okay, so you need a private key, right? You need the private key of your account. So you can install MetaMask simply by typing MetaMask and MetaMask. Okay, MetaMask download, whatever you can type MetaMask download. Then it is actually an extension, so you can go over this link. Uh, Let me pass it on. It would take less than a second. So let me just pass it in the chat. So you can download the MetaMask from here and use it as a browser extension. It is pretty much necessary because you need an account to do the transaction on a blockchain. Yep. So in a real world, you have a wallet. In a blockchain, also you have a wallet with which you do perform transactions. So hope you will find it pretty useful. Uh, you can download MetaMask instantly. It's just a browser extension, just some KBs or something. So it will download pretty instantly, and you can proceed with me. So yep, once you download the MetaMask, you will have something like this. Okay, it takes just 1 or 2 minutes to set up the accounts. So how to another question is ki how do you get your private key? So you click out here uh, in those three dots. So you click account details and then you click export private key. So when you will click export private key, you will type your MetaMask password here and you will get that private key. Okay, so the thing is that if you're doing it on a if you're performing all this code in a on your local VS Code, then you don't need to worry about it. You can just put your whatever your uh, private key is. Okay, so Like it would be a pretty long. Okay, don't share it with anyone, otherwise your all your money would be gone. So yep, you can but you can like if you're on a local VS Code, you can type in here and use your private key. So it will be used to perform this transaction, because as I told you on day one also, that whatever actions you perform on a blockchain, they are termed as transactions. So yep. So when you're deploying your contract on a local testnet, it's not local testnet, but it's a testnet like Gorilla or Rinkiby or Mumbai. So you will have to use your private key and a node provider. Pretty much it. Uh, okay. So yep. With this we can proceed, I guess. Okay. Mm, yes. This was simple, right? uh, the number of minutes it took me to explain it was rather simple. Just writing 3 4 lines lets you deploy your contract on a local blockchain. Testnet, sorry. So now let us create our front end. Okay. Now let us go with our front end. Everybody's excited. Hello, are you listening? So let's create a front end. How do you create a front end? Just create a make directory, another directory, name it front end or whatever you want. Then uh, cd go into that directory. Okay. Then let me just ensure that the video is running successfully. 1 second. Okay. So this looks great. I can see my code pretty much clear. Um, okay. So go to the front end directory and then write the simple command npx create react app. We will be creating a react app in our front end. Uh, Name it whatever you want. Spotify, name it Spotify. Okay. So this will ask you for packages. So you tell it yes, and it will instantly create a front end. It will take some time and not much, but it will create a front end for you. Okay. So uh, today is the day when we will create our front end. Uh, so I also wore colorful dress. So let's just give it some time until it will create the front end and this file. So it won't take much time. Then I hope you are familiar with this React file structure. But essentially, see, it is earlier all this code was in HARDHAT. Now we created a front end folder, and then in it we created a React app. Yep, it's done. It's it says us like CD Spotify and npm start, and your front end would start. So let's just do and see what it has created for us. So yep, so it opens on a localhost 3000, and it's a pretty normal React app. Okay. So, but we want to change it, right? We want to it make our Spotify spotlights. Okay, that front end. So yep, this we are good to go. Okay. So the file structure would be something like this. You have a public folder, you have a source folder. Source is the main. It has app.js, it has index.js. I won't waste too much time here explaining about React, because this is not a React course and we are here to create a front end. So without delaying too much, let's get into. So you can actually what you can most you can clear whatever is in this front. Okay, when you will clear it with ease. remove the logo, make some file changes. All this would disappear. You need to reload it, will disappear. It won't show anything because I've cleared everything. Okay, it's a plain page. We are creating here everything from scratch. I'm pretty much hyped. Let's go. So thing is, how are we gonna create? Hmm. So yep. Let's for now. Let's create a heading that Spotify spotlights. Okay, so this heading would essentially show here. No surprises. It will show the Spotify spotlights. Okay. So, but we want. Uh, we are starting here to make some things. Okay. So now let us do. Let us start making. So, yep. Uh, so uh, let us open our contract. I want to open the remix ID where we had made the contract. I will tell you why. Why? So you open the remix ID. Uh, will open our contract name was Spotify, right? So this is the contract. This is our contract. This is your contract. This is my contract. So it has functions like get all waves, wave, total waves. These functions were created in the smart contract, but now we want to render it now in our front end. So how are we gonna render it? So let us create functions in our JavaScript that will help in rendering these functions out there. So okay, so this is a remix. This is my front end. Okay. Uh, okay, making sure. What did you do for creating source file? Chintu, I did nothing. I just ran the npx create React app and it created everything for me. Uh, it's pretty much basic that it will create everything for me. Okay, so hi coding hustler. So let me. So let us create some functions like let us create a function get all waves. Okay, get all waves. So actually that function is here, right, which returns us the array of the waves. Okay, so now we want to create that function here. Okay, so get all waves. Okay, so yep. um, the normal syntax, how do we write the functions? I'm just using that. Okay. um, so first, actually, since this is a blockchain app, this is not a normal application, so you will have to ensure that the user has MetaMask. For example, if I give you that function, you won't instantly be able to use it if you don't have MetaMask. So you need to ensure that you have a MetaMask account or not. So let us uh, create a if statement. If window dot Ethereum. So what does this mean? This is very pretty normal. Actually, MetaMask, it comes from the working of MetaMask. So when by now, I'm sure you will have downloaded the MetaMask. But what does MetaMask do actually? It injects, like, let me just show you. Okay, by showing it becomes more clearer. So when I start a dApp, MetaMask, what does it do is it injects. Uh, it is a browser extension, so it injects the Ethereum object in my console, right? So we are actually utilizing it. So here we are saying that if window.ethereum, window is a native for the whole screen of your application. If it has a Ethereum object, then we will proceed, right? Then we will get all the waves. Otherwise, no. So now whatever I'm going to write, it is the usual stuff where you define provider. So provider is essentially MetaMask here. Okay, so not to worry too much. This is the usual stuff that we code. You can get this code from anywhere, or you can ask me also. But this is available pretty much everywhere. This is the usual way because this is no new thing. This is the usual way of getting if a user has MetaMask account or not. Okay, so Web3 provider, and then you give it the object, the Ethereum. Okay. So then provider, then you have a signer. It will all get clear in a second. Provider dot get signer. So with this, we will get the signer. We've got the provider. Um, okay, so a contract. Now it's time for defining our contract. Spotify.sol. The thing is, when you will deploy this contract, you will get an ABI file generated. Let me see. Just okay. We hadn't compiled it yet. Okay, so let us compile the contract using HARDHAT. Okay, so let us do that so that we get an ABI. ABI is essentially a file which is it is the coded form of your contract so that others are not able to see, and it has functions, right? It's just a JSON file. Let me show you how do we get it. So contracts packages. Okay, we are in the right directory now. Since we have already installed HARDHAT, no need to do anything else. Just write npm HARDHAT compile. So it will compile your contract. It should compile. Okay. There are some errors. Okay. The error is that I have not yet given the private key. So I would go in hardhat config.js. I would I would certainly comment out this, okay? Because now I'm not deploying the contract currently. We will deploy the contract, but now I just want the ABI file, my essentially my code smart contract to be compiled. So npx hardhat compile. It says, see, I hope this is visible. It says downloaded the compiler the version, downloaded compiler the version of the smart contract, and then it compiled my Solidity file. So as soon as it compiles, you will see that you have a artifact folder here. So artifact contains your contract folder, and in that you will have a Spotify.json. So actually, this Spotify.json, it has your API file. Okay. Um, this let me just show you. See, here it is the API file. Okay. So yep. Um, so you will have to import this file, and then you will have to call Spotify.abi to get the ABI. Okay. Sorry. So I know this is a pretty complex, but it's simple when you give it a try. Okay. So yep. Uh, I told you how the ABI file is generated when you compile your contract. An ABI file comes under your artifact directory. So let us go to our front end. Where did our front end go? App.js is our front end. Okay. Let me see if someone is asking. Hi. Is VS Code being used from your local or from external tool in the internet? Could you please let me know how Git the version control is set up? Frank, George, I'm using Gitpod for the session because I don't want to take a lot of time in installing the packages in VS Code. But yes, the procedure is the pretty much the same. So Git versioning should not be a problem. What did you do for okay? Okay, Priyansh Srivastava is having some. He's trying to join please. Okay, okay. So hope that answers your question, Frank. Uh, let's proceed. We got a lot of things to do. Hi, Priyansh. So, Yep. We will be importing that file. Okay. That um, actually that is in our HARDHAT, right? So let us create a file in our source folder. We will name it. We'll name it. What do we name it? We name it utils. And this is the general workflow in the software where if you want to make a useful folder, you name it utils. What will your utils have? Your utils will have name a file, name it spotify.json. Okay, you can name it anything. I'm naming it spotify.json. What will it have? Okay, what will spotify.json would have? It will have everything that spotify.json has. So actually this spotify.json, the earlier one, it was in our HARDHAT project under the artifact directory. We will copy it in our app.js in the utils folder. So just to have like, it's not necessary in our project. It's like that the hard hat and the front end are in one repo, but in some cases they are in different repos. Like hard hat project is different, your smart contract is written in different folder, your front end is written in different folder. But here, so in that case you just copy that json file, that important json file, and then I would import it simply. So I would import by saying import, naming it something like Spotify. Import Spotify from, then you will have like dot slash utils. Okay, utils slash spotify.json. Okay, pretty good. We got the Spotify JSON file. Now we will use it to get the ABI. Why we are getting the ABI? If that's your question, then my friend, we for our contract in the front end, we need three things. We need first the address of the contract, which we don't have now. We will have it. So, and the ABI and the signer. We got the signer from here by from the provider.get signer function. We got the signer. How did we get provider? By this earlier line. Now we are getting the ABI, right? Step by step we are going. Okay. Uh, so actually the ABI. Okay. So let's name it Spotify contract. Yep, we can name it Spotify contract is equal to new ethers dot contract. This is the way how you get the contract. So what all things do you need in this? You need the contract address, you need the contract address, you need the ABI. How do you get the ABI? Simply typing Spotify, because you have you have, like, see here, you have imported Spotify, then but Spotify is a JSON file. Remember, Spotify is a JSON file which has your ABI, but you will have to call it, right. It has format, it has contract name, it has source name. So you will have to call it, but how do you call it? Spotify dot ABI. That's the way how you call it. Okay, then the third thing, the last thing you need is signer. We have gained the signer from MetaMask. Okay, so currently you don't have this contract address. It's contract address. Currently you don't have because we have not yet deployed. Uh, so that is the reason why I was saying that we need to deploy the contract. Okay, to test it. Okay, so we will deploy. No worries about that. Uh, uh, essentially, yep. Okay, so this is the if part. After you get the contract, okay, everything, our every code will come in this if part. Okay, because you need MetaMask for performing the transactions. So, oh, what happened? Nothing. Actually, so you need a if part, right? Also, sometimes what will happen is, just to make our contract bug free, what we can do is we can wrap these things in a try catch block. Why try catch? Because by using try and catch, you if any errors would come, you will instantly be able to debug them. Okay, so make a try block. Put this if part in that try I think we could have done this any day. Okay, so uh, once after try part, you can write catch part. So catch is if you get any error. So this is pretty usual syntax, like catch error. Then you want that error to be shown in the console. So you write console.log there. So what does the syntax whole mean is that try to get the metamask. If it has, pretty good, it will proceed in the if statement. If it doesn't, then you will have an error. That error would be shown in the console. Simple. As simple as that. Yes. Now the thing is, how do you we have created I told you we had created all this just to get the where did the remix go? Remix, my friend, where are you? So remix here. So we actually needed this waves, right? Get all waves function has a waves in it. How we will get that waves? So first thing we have taken our contract in the front end. So now we will call that function in our front end to get it from the contract, to get the waves from the contract. Okay, that array of waves. Cool. So, uh, thanks. Attendance is happening from today only. No, no, Abhinav, it is happening from day one. Um, let us proceed further. How we will get the how we will call the function in our contract from the front end. You create basically you can write it. Actually, I prefer to write it afterwards. Like how? Because you can create an await function. You want to wait Spotify contract, or our contract name is Spotify contract, right? Spotify contract dot get always. This is the function. We are calling it in our front end. Okay. Let's give it a name. Const waves. So what will this waves have? It will have all the array of the waves. Okay, because get all waves function is being called. See the contract dot get all waves. This means that first you have to first you will need this contract, right? You're getting that contract uh, in the front end by three things: ABI, signer, contract address. Contract address we will be getting it after we get that contract address. We will be like let's make a variable for the contract address. This would be the variable for contract address, and here we will be pasting the contract address. It is simply something. It would be something like 0x and something again. That is a variable kind of thing. We will get it. No worries. Uh, so yep. Uh, Now await permissions are only allowed within async functions. Okay. Okay. So if you are writing this with me, you will get an error like me, that await expressions are only allowed within async. It is pretty true. So we will put an async. Where to put async? Before the parenthesis, you need to write async. So that error would go away. And now your waves isn't called now. Okay, so let's just write console statement to get the waves, like these are the waves. Okay, so after that you call the waves. Okay, so you are actually console logging the waves, the array of the waves. Okay, so, yep, pretty much it. Now let's create another function. Try catch block and so we have created our first function in our front end, which is called get all waves. Okay, this calls the get all waves in our smart contract from the front end. Uh, Pretty much good if you're here till here with me. Uh, you have done a good thing. We will deploying the contract. We will getting the contract address. We are calling the function of the contract from the front end, and this is the way how you connect front end with the smart contract. Okay, now let's create more functions. Okay, because my friend, making an app and a dApp have a lot of differences. Like you need to ensure that the user has MetaMask. The user has account. He will have to connect a wallet because if you see here in our application, okay, if you see here to use this application, I have to connect my MetaMask account. So you will have to ensure that the user has connected. See, my account is connected, so we will have to ensure that user has connected his account. So for that to check if the user has connected his wallet or not, you can create a simple function like check if wallet is connected or not, anything like that. Check if wallet, whatever you can name. Check if wallet, but name it something that is easier for the other person to read also. So just create an async function. I will be creating it. Mm, this is the digital way of writing the function. Um, then you can write. Uh, you can actually Google it out. Okay, check if wallet is connected or not. Check if wallet is connected to MetaMask. Uh, MetaMask code. Okay. Just write it out, and then after page you will get the code somewhere in the docs only. Okay. So here it is. So see. Uh, so you can get that code, check if wallet is connected or not. Okay, so that is pretty simple and pretty some copy pasting work because uh, you don't have to do it manually because already the code is available for checking. So I have a code that checks it out. Don't worry, I will explain you how it checks, but it does is this. So this function is I told you that when you use MetaMask, uh, it injects a object in your console that is called Ethereum. So yep, it's checking that if you have Ethereum or not. If you don't have Ethereum, it will console.log that make sure you have it MetaMask. Okay, because if you don't have Ethereum, see there are three cases, three cases involved. See, first the user can have MetaMask or he cannot have MetaMask. This function does it. Okay, if you don't have MetaMask, if you don't have even the Ethereum object, then it will show you that go and download MetaMask. If you have the MetaMask, then it will see that if your account is connected or not. So um, here it is checking if your account is connected or not. So it will check which is the current account that you want to connect and all those stuff. And if there is any error, I told you there's a cache block. So cache block would uh, essentially show you the error in the console. Pretty much it. Then, as you have seen that if you have checked that if the user's wallet is connected or not, now you will have to write some more code to connect the wallet. Okay. Actually, we can use here. Uh, we can use libraries like WAGME and Rainbow Wallets to make this process simpler. But if you are a beginner in your coding, you can just take the feel of how you can create these functions. So you create a function for connecting the wallet of the user. Okay. So all this takes little time, but not much. So again, you can create here, check. You can just connect the user's wallet here. Okay, so yep, uh, you should try catch block. Okay, not no, you will notice that we are using many times try catch, but that is just to ensure that we don't to make our debugging process easier. The catch statements are pretty easy: catch error and then console the error. Okay, so to connect the wallet, you can utilize some of the code from here. uh, Take the Ethereum object. Okay, took the Ethereum object. If you don't have Ethereum, then it should say this. uh, I'm reusing the code basically. Okay, so yep. Then if you don't have Ethereum, it would say make sure you have MetaMask, and it should return what? It should return nothing. There will say nothing. So this is the if statement done. This was just to ensure that the user has MetaMask first. Then we will be connecting his accounts. Okay. So how do you create an object? Okay. Then basically, yep. Uh, Use that object that MetaMask injects. That object is called Ethereum dot request. Okay, so all these functions, if you're thinking where am I knowing these functions from, so all this is available in the MetaMask docs. You can go there and see that how is request function is used, why it is used. Here it is used to request MetaMask to give us the accounts which the user has to connect. Okay, so what is the method called? It is called Ethereum request accounts. Request accounts. If I'm not wrong with accounts, if you are wrong with the syntax, you will get an error. Don't worry about it. Okay. So you got it. Let me just check. uh, I'm live, right? Hmm. Wait a second. I think I am. But we are actually connecting the accounts now. So let's set the current account to the first account the user has connected. Okay, this is pretty simple. Just write this accounts 0. Okay. So actually, what is happening here is the user may have many accounts, but you want to create you want to connect with maybe he has connected with 2 accounts, so you want to set the current account to the first account. First in an array is actually the 0 indexer, so you are using 0 out here. Okay, so this will set the okay. So watch out. You will have to do like this because it's an array. Okay, watch out. Okay, watch out for errors. Then you have set the current account to this. If you want to, you can also console.log this account. I don't want to, but yep. So what all summarizing of what all we have done till now. Hmm. What all we have done till now is we have created a get all waves function. No, let's go from the serial. We have created initially 2 functions to check if the wallet is connected or not, and the second to connect the wallet of the user. Simple. They are the usual functions written in every frontend mostly. Then we have created a special function which is get all waves function. Get all waves function calls the get all waves function in the smart contract from our front end. Okay, so but let us now create the main function. Which is the main function? The wave. Waving is the main function, right? So we want to create a wave. Actually, I want project कौन सा करना है group पे? Okay, I don't know why this. I will reload this just to ensure that uh, I am live. Okay, so do you guys have any doubt till now? You can ask it in the live chat. We have the live chat running. Um, mm, yep, you can ask in the live chat also. I will be happy to answer it. If no, let's proceed. Hmm. Let's create our main function today. Okay, main function in our front end. It will be called wave. Yeah, because that is the main thing. Because as you see out here, waving is the main function here, my dear friends. You see, uh, you only have three functions in our contract. One is wave, one is get all waves, we get total waves. Get total waves will return you the number of waves. Uh, get all waves will return the array of the all the waves. Wave will actually provide the functionality to wave and perform that action of sending your message or sending your favorite Spotify link. Okay, so let us create the main function out here. That is why we are here. So let us create try catch blocks. Simple. I would not manually write it all the time. Neither you will you. So uh, let's wave. Okay. So how are you going to wave? So in the try block, we want to write let count. We will count actually. Uh, what is the count till now? How many people have waved? Let's write it await so that it runs line by line. So the name of the contract, which is Spotify contract, name is this dot get total waves. Okay. Uh, when you have imported your contract, get total waves. Okay. Once you have imported your contract using those three things that I have been telling four times, the ABI, the signer, and the contract address, then you can essentially run any function on your contract just by writing the name of the contract dot the function name. Spotify contract, Spotify contract dot get total waves will return you what? It will return you. Can I have some answers here? Hello. Can I have some answers? The question is, let me tell you the question. That what would this dot get total waves will return? What count will it store? Let me see if there are some answers. How many people we have? Like, okay, so if you don't know, then it is just calling the get total waves function from your smart contract. Get total waves function is storing is basically returning you the number of transactions done. Like there were seven here. If I connect my wallet, then it will show seven. So those the number of it, like seven, it would return seven. So we are storing it in this count variable. Okay. Now uh, now I think we should keep this function today to this much only. Let's focus on deploying now and getting this contract address. So you can deploy it from here also by from HARDHAT, by npx hardhat deploy minus minus network is equal to Gorilla also. Also, you can use your solid remix ID. Okay, so how do you? Okay, so I got answer. Okay, happy to see some people out here really listening and making this freaking thing nice, nice, nice. Uh, so so whoever is watching this video, so the easier thing, like you can do both the things, both the ways are fine. The easier way to get to deploy your contract would be remix, because you don't need to write that code in HARDHAT. Actually, I had written it, but I will have to like write some more lines of code. So let me tell you the first way, then we may see the next second way tomorrow, I guess. But the first way is how, see it clearly, right? I will zoom in the screen. Okay, so zoom in. Watch it clearly. Watch me do, so that you also do it. So you will have to change the environment from Remix London to Inject Provider. Inject Provider. Now, slowly by slowly, I think things would be making sense to you. First, I told you MetaMask injects, and wherever you will see in the code, inject, inject, inject. And now you see here injected provider. Injected provider means a provider, a wallet provider, which is injecting something. So it is essentially referring to the MetaMask. Okay. So in the contract, it will automatically display your Spotify contract. If not, just choose it from here. Ensure that is it is Spotify. Then just click on this MetaMask, whichever account. You will need some faucets here also for like getting money for transactions. You can get you can get it from going to faucets. Faucets dot. Okay, let me just show you. Faucet gorilla.faucet.modif.blog. Yep, you can get the faucet from here also. So this will give you some money to make the transaction. Just enter your account address here, whatever your account Ethereum address is. Click 2.5 ethers or whatever. Uh, so it will essentially provide you. There are some other URLs also. I will be pasting the links in the chat, WhatsApp later. But let's focus on deploying now. Let's deploy. So you click on this deploy. Okay. So what will it do is, notice there came a Gorilla network below it. Now, as soon as you click deploy button, MetaMask will pop out. It will tell you pretty clearly that hey, you are going to do this. You are going to deploy the contract deployment. Then you will have to pay this small amount of gas as the transaction fee. So reject it or confirm it. We will confirm it. As soon as you confirm, you will get a view on EtherScan, and there you can view your contract deployment. See, my contract is being getting deployed. Okay, so some seconds its contract creation being going on. Block is pending. A miner would be mining the block. You don't need to get into those things, but essentially wait for some time. It would see it automatically refreshes after fair amount of 5 seconds, and your block would be mined. And my dear friend, you have deployed your contract on a network, on a live network. It's a test network, but whatever is going on a test network, that is it is essentially a replica of the main network. So you have your transaction hash here. If you want to go back into remix, you will have your contract under deployed contracts, and you will have this copy button. Once you click copy, it gives you essentially the contract address, right? So you can then use it in here. Yeah, you will have to paste it. Just paste it. I told you it would start from 0x. This is the contract address. Difference, you can verify it from the Gorilla Ethernet scan also, Etherscan. It's called Etherscan. Let's go and verify it. Let's verify it from here. You see, contract, you see, the contract 0xa0c5. So you go back here, it is also 0xa0c5 and long syntax. So this is your contract address. This will be used to get the contract, and then you can then call any function in your front end with the help of contract by just simply typing contract dot the name of the function. So today we have created four functions. We have in the front end, it is get all waves, wave. Wave is not yet completed. We will complete it tomorrow because time is pretty much running out. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to create it. Then we will also have to render it on our front end. We'll do it tomorrow. For now, it is just Spotify spotlights here. Tomorrow we will be creating, giving the skin to our front end. Today we have just created the bones. Tomorrow we will be giving the skin, and this is get always function. We have eq strike as. There were many things to learn. I will sum it up with this, that there were many things to learn. One was how do you import, what is how do you import a contract in your front end by using API contract address and a signer. Okay. So then how do you call the functions in your front end? How do you use the API file in your front end? How do you generate your API? Your API can also be found in the remix. We can show that, but we took it from the artifact folder by compiling our contract. It is essentially the same. If your contract is the same, the API would be same. So we created four functions: check if wallet is connected, connect the user's wallet, get all waves, and the wave. Wave is incomplete. We will complete it tomorrow. Uh, then we will have to give a skin to it, and then after all this would be done, let us take a feel that this would be the result. like this is day 3, and this is day 3, and and this is epic. Okay, so when you like paste your Spotify message out here, Spotify URL favorite, uh, I could get it, but it would take a time, so I'm not getting it. But you can paste it out here also. Click on wave at me. It will essentially open a MetaMask pop-up. Let me ensure that it does. Uh, get total waves. It has some things, but yep. So the transaction would be performed, and your message would be mined out here. Okay. So the live demo has been given on day 1 and day 2 also. So I'm not wasting much time here, but it's working, and the link would be provided in the chat. I will make sure that I drop it in the chat. That is all for today. Uh, Yep. I have a GitHub. I have a GitHub also. You can follow me if you want. Um yep. I have some repos which you can use. Like I have a repo NFT. Okay, not going into these things, but yes. That's all for today. Please make any way to get attendance of first and second day. Don't know about attendance till today. Okay, Ritik, I will convey that message to the team. Uh, so this was for today. So much learnings, superstition. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we will finalize all the things. And if time happens, we will keep a session also. Yep. Uh, did you guys get the form? Yep. someone has dropped a form, attendance form. Be sure to fill it so that your attendance is rightfully marked. Um, yep, that is all for today. Signing off. I think I should end it. Thank you guys for listening, and whoever has stayed till end, you are great guys. Many people come and only the doers are left at the end, so you are the doers. Congrats for that. I'm hoping to see your build pretty soon. We will be finishing with the build tomorrow. Thank you for watching. This is day